Sure, we make big yellow iron, and we're pretty good at it. And although you might not be in the market for a giant piece of earth-moving equipment, you may want to consider what this 95-year-old company has to say about technology. Why? Because of mining. Nearly every product you own, regardless of who makes it or what it does, would not exist as you know it without mining. And in the mining industry, CAT is the leading provider of big yellow mining machines and innovative technology, like autonomy. Caterpillar has been in the autonomy business for more than 30 years, and the results we've achieved aren't promises or forecasts. Our results are fleets of real machines doing real work on real mine sites all over the world. Really. No one is behind the wheel of CAT autonomous haul trucks, even when they're operating in the harshest environments on Earth. Plus, these trucks are big. The one you're looking at here is the CAT 797F autonomous haul truck. It's as large as a 2.5-story, 3,000 square foot house and weighs 284.6 tons. Empty. When it's fully loaded, the CAT 797F clocks in at an impressive 687.5 tons, which is roughly the same weight as 15 standard 189-seat passenger planes. Since our autonomous mining trucks began operating commercially, they have now moved enough rock and earth to build a 4-lane dirt highway, longer than the Earth is round. That highway, though, would be 6 feet tall, and it's still growing. CAT autonomous trucks have now successfully moved 4.91 trillion pounds of material. That's right, with a T. That's enough to build the Hoover Dam 503 times. So why does Caterpillar make autonomous vehicles? Because autonomy makes a big impact for customers who use it. It makes their mining operations more efficient. It cuts costs. It boosts productivity and profitability. But here's the stat our customers appreciate the most. CAT autonomous trucks have done all of that while working 24/7 on actual operating mine sites, without a single lost time incident. Our technology leadership goes beyond autonomous trucks, though. We provide solutions that automate drills, underground loaders, and even trains, and the list is growing all the time. We also provide advanced technology that helps mining companies better manage, deploy, maintain, and adapt their fleets of mobile equipment. And many of these help keep people safe by tracking people when they're deep underground, using cameras and radar to let machines know when another vehicle is nearby, and alerting machine operators if they start falling asleep. There are a lot of reasons why Caterpillar has become a successful innovator. We have a global team of talented software developers and researchers, computer engineers, and data analysts. Every day they are making discoveries and working on new groundbreaking technologies. And they're fully supported by our continued investment in research and development, which is paid off with a growing portfolio of patents and intellectual properties. We also create partnerships with other best-in-class technology providers who add to our strengths and help us get our tech into the market more quickly. But we could always use more. More partners, more people filling opportunities in Caterpillar locations all over the world, and more potential solutions for our customers and everyone else. The advancements we have made in mining are already being used in other industries, but we are committed to remaining at the forefront and discovering so much more. And that, for us, is a promise that carries a lot of weight.
Hi, my name is Bill Deers, Worldwide Sales and Market Manager at Caterpillar, representing the Cat MineStar products. Before watching that video, you may have wondered why an equipment manufacturer like Caterpillar is participating in CES. And now you know. It's because we do so much more than make machines. We also innovate, develop, build, and deliver game-changing technologies, just like the other technology leaders participating in the show. Now, every technology solution that we offer can have a big impact on our customers' operations. But the one that makes the biggest impact of all is autonomy, which makes it possible for the machines to work without an operator on board. As you saw in the video, our autonomous haulage solution, called Command for Hauling, works on the largest trucks in the world. This next video shows you a demonstration of Command for Hauling in action and gives you more detail on how this solution can be put into practice on our customers' sites.
begin our MindStar demonstration, we will focus on Cat Command for Hauling, our autonomous haulage solution. This truck is the 793F CMD, our flagship autonomous truck. This 793F CMD is a command-ready haul truck. It comes pre-equipped to make it easy to install command and begin autonomous operations. As you can see, no operator is working in the cab of that truck. However, we do have an operator in the cab of the shovel, and he is in control of the loading area, just as he would be in a manned operation. The shovel operator controls everything that happens around him with Cat Terrain. Using an in-cab display, he sets spot points and directs the truck to the locations he requires. With a simple press of the button, he calls the truck to its loading point, and that truck will not pull out again until the shovel operator directs it to do so. He can also call the next truck into the cusp. Terrain also gives that shovel operator the ability to see the arrival time of the next truck, as well as what kind of payload it's carrying. Cat Terrain can track and manage the grade of the material coming off the face. The truck you see here is being loaded with waste. Using the mining block information from Terrain, Fleet interprets that information and assigns the truck to a dump that is accepting waste material. In this case, it will head to the high wall above the pit. You can also see the next truck is already in position. Notice the grader approaching the intersection. It is also equipped with Cat Terrain, which enables it to safely interact with any approaching trucks. Terrain communicates the position of any truck or other vehicle to the grader operator, and communicates the position of the grader to the truck. To optimize fleet efficiency, trucks usually have the right-of-way in most mining operations. But if the grader is in the truck's path, the truck recognizes this and automatically slows down to allow the grader to pass through the intersection before it continues on its way. As soon as the first truck departs, the next truck automatically backs into its designated spot point. This results in smooth, world-class exchange times. Again, all under the control of the shovel operator, using Terrain. Thanks to another MindStar technology called Cat Detect, this water truck is also able to safely work in the autonomous zone. It can enter the area, spread water in front of that autonomous truck, and then leave. MindStar will not allow the 793F to move until the water truck has cleared the area. Terrain also helps increase dozer productivity, like on this D11. It helps the dozer operator better maintain grade and keep track of the material his machine is moving. The operator also gets real-time feedback on how he's progressing against the design. Look closer though. You'll notice there's no operator in the cab. The operator is actually running it with an over-the-shoulder remote console. That's the first level of Cat Command for dozing. If hazardous conditions arise, or if a dozer is working in a potentially dangerous area, the remote operator console enables the operator to maintain complete control of the machine from a safe distance, with no loss in productivity, no downtime for the machine, and no danger to the operator. The operator is also safely away from dust, noise, and vibration, so he doesn't feel the same level of fatigue that can come from in-cab dozer operation. And if the dozer does enter a dangerous area, he's far removed from that situation. Detect helps them avoid collisions. As the truck begins to reverse at the dump, you may wonder how it knows where and when to stop. The answer is the same way an operator would detect the berm. It begins to slow down, and then it feels for the bump. Once the truck makes contact, it automatically stops and begins to raise its bed. The parameters of the bed movement are controlled through a programmed command script, which can be quickly altered according to site conditions. If the material is sticky from a recent rainfall, we can program the truck to raise its bed, hold it in place for a set time to enable the material to sheet out, and then lower the bed. Command provides the flexibility and customization to quickly adapt without stoppages to production. Now the truck is lowering its bed while moving forward. We don't recommend this in a manned environment because operators are unable to determine the stresses this action causes on the truck frame. But with command, it is possible because the truck is operating to design parameters. Lowering the bed while pulling forward can save roughly 10 seconds per cycle per truck, which can result in a significant time and cost savings over a shift. Autonomous technologies can also improve the safety of your operation, even if you're not leveraging full autonomy. Notice the light vehicle approaching the intersection. There is also a haul truck approaching. If one of the two vehicles doesn't stop, a collision could occur. Fortunately, proximity awareness, which is part of our autonomous offering, but is also available on manned machines, enables that truck to perceive the potential collision and slow down or stop to prevent an incident. While proximity awareness doesn't control the manned machine, it offers a similar benefit to its driver. Cat Detect creates a digital boundary around both machines and warns both operators if they're approaching a potentially dangerous situation. When proximity awareness is used as part of command, it creates an additional layer of safety by actually taking control of the haul truck. The shovels, motor graders, water trucks, and any light vehicles entering the area, all of these remain manned, and command keeps those operators safer as well, because command for hauling drives a safety culture throughout a mining operation. What you're seeing now is the site monitor in our fleet system. The green lanes represent where the autonomous truck can safely travel. The blue lanes tell the manned operators where the truck is heading next. And the yellow lanes tell us where the autonomous truck will be in the future. The operators in the pit can see all of this on a cab-mounted display. This brings us to another advantage of Cat MineStar, its capacity and scalability. These technologies were developed for use on some of the largest mine sites in the world, sites that can simultaneously operate hundreds of machines and vehicles. At one of these sites, Caterpillar is currently operating the world's largest single fleet of autonomous trucks, and it's still growing. But those trucks are not the only machines at that site equipped with MineStar. There are also hundreds of pieces of manned equipment that are being tracked in real time within that autonomous operating zone, all controlled by one system and one server. The spinning cylinder on the front of this truck is the LiDAR, which has 64 lasers and grabs over 500,000 data points per second. The LiDAR creates a rich 3D image of what the truck sees and also helps determine what is and is not an obstacle, since not everything is equipped with Cat Detect. As you can see here, a mannequin has wandered into the path of the autonomous truck. LiDAR has detected it as an obstacle, and as a result, the truck slows down or comes to a controlled stop until its path is clear. If you listen, you'll hear the truck honking to encourage the obstacle to get out of its path. The truck will only resume operations once LiDAR has determined that the lane is once again clear. Think back to the fleet display, which shows how autonomous trucks operate entirely within their lanes. It's no different from a driver on a typical city street. There can be traffic congestion or a crowded sidewalk full of pedestrians. As long as nothing enters your lane, you don't need to change your behavior. But if something does enter your lane, you would slow down or stop. Our autonomous trucks do the same. When it comes to autonomous mining, one of the most important aspects to consider is the integration of Cat Command with the rest of your mine site. To enable people to interact with autonomous machines, it is necessary for MineStar to manage both your manned and unmanned fleets. This 777 that is hauling material is a manned vehicle. Cat Fleet has dispatched it to the crusher while it directs the autonomous trucks up to the waste dump. These vehicles share the same haul road, and thanks to Cat Detect, the operator of the 777 can be confident that the autonomous trucks will not interfere with his operation. Caterpillar is also integrating Cat technology with offerings from other partners, as well as developing solutions to help our customers better measure, manage, and focus their resources. By pressing this button, operators and supervisors can immediately bring every command-equipped machine in the area to a complete stop. Note the flashing red and blue lights. Every autonomous machine in a 300-meter radius has now come to a controlled stop. The A-stop signals the office, so mine supervisors can see who triggered it and then immediately communicate with them to find out why. Once the issue is solved, only the person who pressed the A-stop can clear it and allow the machines to go back to work. The A-Stop gives operators and supervisors complete control over their autonomous machines, and it helps them feel more comfortable while working around them. This is one example of how our 5 golden rules help sites not only to prepare for command, but also to strengthen their own safety procedures and practices. Now we will look at another command capability, Cat Command for Dozing. This D11 is preparing to do some slot dozing. Earlier, this same dozer was being operated with a remote control console. Now, a different operator is controlling it from within a comfortable, air-conditioned room using a non-line of sight station. The operator is safe and not subject to the noise, vibration, and fatigue that can result from working a 12-hour shift in the cab of a dozer. This station has controls, cameras, and alerts that completely replicate the inside of the dozer cab. He is currently operating one machine, but the system is a building block. It can also be a semi-autonomous dozing solution that a single operator can use to monitor up to 3 dozers at one time. This D11 is now ready for slot production dozing. The pitch roll meter on the remote station tells the operator his grade, and he has cameras and instruments that help him operate the dozer as if he were sitting in its cab, but without needing to brace himself for hours at an uncomfortable angle while he works. Once the dozer has made a few passes, the operator will engage auto carry, which will allow him to take his hand off the control while the blade automatically carries its load. The most obvious benefit of this system is safety. The operator is free from the normal fatigue a dozer operator might experience, and he is sitting in a safe, remote location, far removed from any potential hazardous situation. These technologies can also help boost dozer productivity. Command enables the operator to be more productive because he isn't experiencing as much fatigue, and terrain for grading provides him with instant performance feedback. The system tells him if he's on grade, and it also sends that data back to the mine office, keeping everyone in the loop. Another benefit is increased utilization of the dozer fleet. Some mines actually run several of these stations in a single control room, eliminating the need to swap out operators in the field. Shift change is as simple as one set of operators standing up and another sitting down and getting to work. Today, you've seen a few examples of how MineStar could impact your operation. But we will continue to improve and grow these technology products and services to help your mine site become safer, more efficient, more productive, and ultimately, more profitable.
And now that you've heard about the CAT technologies and what they do, it's time to see them in action. This video takes us to the Canadian oil sands, a large deposit of crude oil that's located in a harsh, remote environment located hours north of civilization. The CAT autonomous haulage solution, called Command for Hauling, has been proven on sites for almost a decade. But in this video, you'll see the first application of Command in these challenging conditions and hear from the actual users how this solution is having a positive impact on the site's productivity.
Curl is the first 797 autonomous site in the world, and it's also the first site with an oil sands application.
The biggest challenge that we face up here is probably just the remoteness of our site. Closest town's about an hour and a half away. It's a bit of a strange location because no one lives here.
We've got the challenges of snow, which traction-related challenges come up with that. And then we also have the challenges of soft ground conditions.
The biggest challenges are just how quickly weather can change here. Anything from the snow to rain, super soft underfoot conditions. And our autonomous trucks, they can handle everything that we throw at them.
So in the early days, this was really more of a tabletop exercise. You know, how do we make curl safer and more profitable? Started discussing the idea with Caterpillar for our partners. 2016, we started with a data truck. A year later, we were operating 2 trucks in kind of a sandbox testing environment. And then a year afterward, in late 2018, we started moving productive material 24/7. Now we're hauling material day and night, We're more productive in the staffed operation.
The challenges we experienced here were unknown when we came up to do the agreement. We didn't know how the product was going to respond, didn't know what the environmental conditions were going to be. Then secondly, how the technology was going to perform in the field with the unique environmental conditions that we're facing. We've done significant testing, validation, further development, and we're in a position now where we're very comfortable.
It's a combination of a lot of different things. So we have our MindStar suite of software, and that includes our fleet, which is our dispatch system, as well as terrain, which is our loading and grading system. And then there's the command system, which allows the trucks to haul autonomously. And you need to have everything working properly in order to get the full value out of your autonomous mine.
Initial expectation in the early days was just making sure we can safely deploy autonomy at our site. And can we gain the confidence of our workforce? Imperial from day one has said no truck drivers are losing their job. We're going to redeploy people, we're going to retrain people, and through that, we're going to ensure that our workforce is engaged in this project.
For anybody who's been in mining for so long, you get used to doing certain things a certain way. So I was very skeptical at the beginning. Very new technology. No one on the team actually had a lot of background in the actual AHS side of things. Caterpillar really impressed me with the quality of people they actually brought in from the different areas of the company, put them all together, right from their management, right to the people on the ground. Real impressive.
Yeah, we definitely had to manage expectations from the beginning of the project. Everyone knew it was going to be a development project and that we weren't going to be productive for a long time. So just being transparent in what we're doing and why we're doing it was very important for us to proceed and for IOL to be able to be confident in us and provide us with the areas and resources that we needed in order to get the job done.
When we went to 2 trucks, we became the largest 797 autonomous site in the world. Shortly after that, we hauled the first load autonomously. So that was another big milestone, the first productive tons by autonomous 797. And then we got the shovel, and we were able to implement our terrain system on the shovel, which allows it to interact with the autonomous trucks. And we did the first full production cycle, full first load with an autonomous 797.
Right now we're hauling autonomously with one Cat 7495 rope shovel, and we usually have about 6 AHS trucks in operation. Just because of the haul that we have, that's all that the shovel can really take. So it's a pretty large scale operation, and converting the entire operation is going to be a huge challenge. But that's why we're here, is to tackle that challenge and provide support for IOL through this journey.
We had to leverage the expertise of Caterpillar and Finning on the Imperial side, and we had to come together as one team. I think that's why we're successful. You can assemble the world's smartest people together, and they won't be able to accomplish what we have if they're not working as one team.
We have a one family culture. It's where we look out for each other, we look out for a brother, we look out for a sister, and safety is first and foremost in our way we do business.
We've broken down the barriers between the different companies. It doesn't matter if you're an Imperial person or a Caterpillar person or a Finning person. You have the right to speak up, you have the right to call out things that are not safe, you have the right to, frankly, be emboldened to come up with new ideas, new ways of doing things. And I think that's what has made us successful, is that one team approach.
The thing that may surprise a lot of newcomers to command for hauling is, first and foremost, safety, removing the hazards from the autonomous operating zone. And secondly, far more productive. It is going to provide more hours on your equipment by not stopping for lunch breaks, rest breaks, and so forth. And it's actually going to put more tons in the crusher at the end of the day.
So the levels of protection with the autonomous system, kind of that 2+1 rule. So we always have 2 layers of protection plus the A-stop that I have right here. This ensures that no matter what, you always have control of the trucks and you can always stop them.
We pointed out to them when they came up here to look at, this is your biggest challenge. This is going to be one of your most important things you need to figure out. You wouldn't be able to run these trucks at all because they go in the exact same spot every time. And you would do probably 10 loads and the truck would be stuck. Well, Caterpillar figured it out.
Our autonomous trucks can adapt to all these situations. So in cases where there's a ton of fog, blizzards out, the LiDAR can pick up equipment in the distance. And also, all of our equipment is site aware. So in these cases, the trucks always know where everything is, and it's really a lot safer as a result of that.
Our pickup trucks run MineStar on a day-to-day basis, and it's just been great because the equipment always knows where every other piece is, so it's flawlessly executed throughout that way. But MineStar in general, it's just been a great program that we have continued to develop with CAT and utilize as best as possible.
So the controller's job with MineStar is basically dispatching the trucks. They can stop the trucks, get them going again, and realistically, once everything is going smoothly, quite often that it requires minimal input from them. But when things do get a little hairy, they're the ones that can move the trucks around, getting around objects, and control the trucks other ways.
We've created software solutions in order to tackle that, and it's something that you have to deal with in the manned environment and you have to deal with the autonomous environment. But with good controls and good input from the field operators, we're able to actually control the trucks to not go into the worst areas. And we know 100% for sure that if we have an exclusion zone down, they're not going to go into those soft areas.
And that's a game changer, a complete game changer. If we didn't have that piece of technology, this wouldn't work in the oil sands.
So the biggest thing about being part of the global MineStar team is that every day has new challenges. Even from the way this project has gone from last year to now, you really see the value that you put in when things get more productive, KPIs increase, and the mine runs better as a whole.
From a safety side, things have been going really well due to the simple fact we've had no incidents due to autonomy at our site.
The biggest feedback that I hear from the operators is not about the productivity, not about certain features, but really how safe they feel amongst the trucks compared to the staff world. Every time they have to drive through the staff world, they're a little bit more hesitant, knowing that the staff trucks are more unpredictable. They don't know what they'll be doing, where they'll be going. They don't know if that turn signal action means the truck will be turning or not. Whereas in the autonomous world, the operators know that which path the truck will be taking. They know that the truck will stop because of the site awareness, because of the perception system, and they feel more at ease in the autonomous world compared to the staff world.
The biggest benefit, I think, would be the shift change as well as fly days. You get to avoid the downtime that your trucks are sitting there while you switch out operators. So as long as your shovel's running, your autonomous trucks can be running 24/7. So it can build up to quite a bit of difference between the manned versus autonomous.
So that's kind of like the background benefit that a lot of people don't see, is that these trucks are consistently coming at certain increments to the shovel, so that they're not all coming at once, and same as the dump as well.
Seeing the trucks running on their own and knowing that they're controlled elsewhere, and for the most part they're just controlling themselves and driving safely, productively.
Getting the operator out of the cab and removing them from the machine, if there was an incident with a tire failure or a serious incident, it removes them from the machine and creates a safer environment for the operator.
The relationship we have with Imperial Oil is by far the best I've ever been involved with. They are very transparent, very open. They certainly set the bar very high, and it's what we strive to achieve in terms of being able to deliver a product. And it's a very open, transparent process and relationship.
In this day and age in Canada, to get full regulatory approval to proceed with a project is a pretty big achievement. It's been a good win for us on our team.
I think it works just because we brought everyone together every day and don't really have any closed doors. My desk is right there. The IOL people are sitting right here. We've got Cat desk over here. Like we work together every day for 10 days straight for 12 hours. We know each other personally, and we're all kind of working towards the same thing.
Working for Cat on this project, and we're working with the dealer hand in hand, working with the customer hand in hand, and everything just blends in together. Quite often you don't even realize you're working with different teams because everyone just is part of the one team, the one family here.
Very early on, I didn't think that this level of cohesion could be possible in such a diverse team. We're talking about operations and engineering and accounting folks. Then we're talking about 3 different companies, different cultures. But I'm most proud of the team that we have up here at site. They've done an excellent job. We're all like a family. And, at Curl, we say that, one family. And I think this team truly represents it. And it's been awesome to work with everyone here.
Imperial Oil, Finning Canada, and Caterpillar. Together, we are mining better.